Yeah, good evening, students.
Good evening, sir.
Here, class is looking colorful and with Vivek Sai, Chaitanya, Revant, Srinivas. So many members are there. Very good.
New joining. Two
Vi-
days I listened classes and I didn't teach at classes, sir.
Vivek Sai, you are a new student, huh?
Srinivas Saila is a new student.
Acha, Srinivas is a new student. Okay, right. Chalo, okay, then we start. So, in the last class, what we discussed about the properties of acids, we were discussing, I think so, yes?
Yes, sir.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
So once again we see briefly what we discussed here in the last class, which means acids and acids, bases and salts chapter we have started, and you know that the total chemical substances are classified into three types called as acids, bases and salts, right? And acids are what? Acids are the substances which turns blue litmus to red, which turns methyl orange indicator into yellow, and which are sour in taste, right? We
When you
discussed.
say litmus to blue litmus, sir.
They litmus to blue litmus, red litmus. They change methyl orange. They turns methyl orange indicator into red, and they are sour in taste, right? Then we discussed about the acid types of acids also. The two types of acids are there called natural acids and mineral acids, right? Or synthetic acids. Natural acids are also called as organic acids as they are available in the nature in the form of plants. So, for example, you see, like what are the examples I gave? Did you remember for natural acids?
Sir, the citric acid.
Yeah, citric acid, tartaric acid, ethanoic acid, methanoic acid, etc. Okay, these we are given. And mineral acids are what? The acids which are prepared in the laboratory from the minerals obtained from the earth. So they are called as a mineral acids. Example: hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, etc. And comparatively with organic acid, mineral acids are very strong and very dangerous, very hazardous and everything. Okay, so that's what when we have handle with these acids, you have to be very careful. Okay, so this we discussed, and then we also discussed about some chemical properties also. Okay, so the first property is that when acids react with metals, what are the products forms? No. It forms salt and liberate hydrogen gas. Neutralization is what? When acid react with the base.
Yes.
So what I'm asking? I'm asking when acid react with metals. When acid react with metal, it forms salt and releases the hydrogen gas. Okay, that's first property we discussed. Then second property what we discussed? Acids when react with the carbonates. Carbonates. Okay, and here it forms the salt, water, and carbon dioxide is released there. Okay, and third property we discussed that when acids react with the bases, it forms salt and water. Okay, and this reaction is called a neutralization reaction. Yes,
Yes, sir.
right.
Salt plus water, sir.
Salt plus water, and that is called neutralization. Okay, only three properties we discussed.
Yes, sir.
So we discuss one more property also. Okay, fourth property also we discuss. Okay, the fourth property what we discuss is when acids react with non-metallic oxides. Okay, when acids react with non-metallic oxides. Sorry, metallic oxides. Okay, here also they form salt and water. Okay, so fourth property. This is a fourth property when acids.
What is the difference between metal oxide and metals?
Metal means only metal. Metal means only metal. Metal oxide means what? See, metal means for example magnesium or zinc or iron. These are called as a metals. Metal oxides means what? When zinc react with the oxygen, it forms a zinc oxide. Okay, when iron react with the oxygen, it forms ferrous oxide or ferric oxide. So oxide, magnesium react with the oxide to form magnesium oxide like this. Okay, so when acids with metal oxides. Okay, so here general reaction is what? Metal oxide plus acid. Okay, it gives rise to salt plus water. Okay, this is a general reaction. Okay, general equation this is, right? So this is a general equation. Now one metal oxide you can take any your wish. So I'll take magnesium oxide for example, or zinc oxide. Let us take zinc oxide. So zinc oxide. Yes. Bases are bitter, acids are sour. So here zinc oxide when react with acid, for example I am taking sulfuric acid. Okay, so we'll take sulfuric acid. Okay, so sulfuric acid. So here it forms one salt and water. The salt is zinc sulfate plus water is obtained here. Okay, so this is called word equation. This is called what? Word equation. So we are writing in terms of words. If we write in the formula, how can we write zinc oxide? Zinc symbol is Zn, oxide O. Zinc oxide formula is ZnO. Plus sulfuric acid formula is H2SO4. I have given to you list of some important acids. You have to learn that formulas. Okay, so sulfuric acid H2SO4. Now what is the salt formed here? Zinc sulfate. What is the formula of zinc sulfate?
CaOH2.
Why Ca? Zinc. ZnSO4. If you don't know the formula of zinc sulfate, so here what are the products formed here? Zinc sulfate and water. You know the water formula. What is the water formula? So first you write H2O. H2O. First H2O, right? And you remove the H2O from here. So just H2 you remove and O you remove. Okay, H2O you remove. Now what is left here if you remove this one? ZnSO4. So zinc sulfate ZnSO4. That's all. This is the equation. Is this clear to you? Very good. Now copy this one. So this is the last property of acids. Copy. If you're done, then we go to the next topic. Everyone are done? Yes, Chaitanya?
Yes, sir, done, sir.
Right. Then I'm going to the next topic. In the next topic, what we do is, we take the classification, means division, okay, of acids based on their strength, power, okay, based on their strength. So acids are classified into two types. Okay, one are called strong acids, okay, and the second one are called weak acids, okay, weak acids. Is this clear?
Organic acids and mineral acids.
Yeah, generally organic acids considered as a weak acids, and mineral acids are considered as a strong acids. Okay, generally, mostly. Okay, so but how can you use the definition? See, already we discussed about the acids. Okay, in the acids, what did you observe? So in all the acids, for example, hydrochloric acid is there, HCl, sulfuric acid is there, H2SO4, nitric acid is there, HNO3, so acetic acid is there. So like this acids are there. Now in all acids, what is common? Once you check here, what is common?
Hydrogen, sir.
Hydrogen is common. So remember that all acids contains, oh sorry, okay, all acids contains hydrogen ions. Okay, acids contains all acids contains hydrogen ions. Okay, contains hydrogen ions. Okay, so a strong acids means what? Which gives more hydrogen ions in water. When they added in the water, which gives more number of hydrogen ions, they are called strong acids. Which gives less number of hydrogen ions, they are called weak acids. Is this clear? That's a simple way to okay, know the strength of the acids. Acids which produces more number of hydrogen ions, are the strong acids. Acids which produces, yes,
Carbonic acid are used.
huh?
Carbonic acid.
Carbonic is also there, but that comes under weak acid. Okay. So see here now the definition, strong acids definition I am writing. An acid, that produces, otherwise that dissociates means what? Splits, dissociates completely, in water. In water I'll write as a aqueous solution, okay, and produces hydrogen ions. Okay, so this is the strong. Now you can write weak. So here what I written here, the special word, what is there in this one? Completely is the special word here. So which completely, that is called strong. Now how can you define the weak acid by using the same sentence? Come on.
What, sir?
This is the strong acid definition.
Yes, sir.
Now in the strong acid definition, the important word is completely. This is completely.
Okay.
So an acid that dissociates completely in aqueous solution and produces hydrogen ions is called strong acid. Now weak acid, how can you define? Huh?
Partially.
Very good, that's all. That is the definition of weak acid. Now you write the definition.
An acid that dissociates partially in
Aqueous solutions and produce hydrogen ions, that is called weak acids. Come on, write the definition. Okay, that is the definition. That is the definition. An acid that dissociates partially, or you can write incompletely also, you can write incompletely in aqueous solution. Okay, and produces less number of hydrogen ions are called weak acids. Okay, so now example you can write carbonic acid H2CO3, acetic acid CH3COOH, etc. Write now this one. Write everyone.
Done, sir.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Right. So For acids, that's all. So with this we completed the topic about the acids. Do you have any doubt in the acids topic? Chalo. Now I'm going to the basics. Okay, bases. Acids is done. Now let's go to the bases. Okay. Okay. So about the bases, you know. Okay. But once again, let us see the physical properties of bases. What is the first one? Bases turns.
Potassium hydroxide.
Okay, bases turns. Which litmus to which litmus?
Red litmus to blue litmus.
Very good. Red litmus to
Blue litmus.
blue litmus. Very good. Blue. Okay. Now what is the second one? How they taste? How they are in taste? They are bitter in taste.
Yes, sir. Bases are bitter to taste.
They are bitter to taste.
Carbon base feels soapy and slippery to the touch.
Very good, very good. Okay. And bases are soapy or slippery. You can, whatever you want to write, you can write soapy or you can write slippery. Okay. Slippery to touch. Yes.
Sir, fourth one.
Ah.
Bases react with air to form salt and water.
That comes under chemical property. That comes under chemical property. We are discussing physical property now. So physical property, what you write? Bases turns. One more. Bases turns. Okay. Methyl orange indicator. Methyl orange indicator. Indicator to yellow. So here you see methyl orange. The color itself it is indicating it is in orange color, but it will be turning into yellow color. And last and final one, bases turns phenolphthalein. There is one more indicator that is called as a phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein indicator, 1 minute, indicator to pink. Okay, so these are the physical properties of bases. Okay, so what are the physical properties of bases? Bases turns red litmus to blue. Here they are exactly opposite to the acids. What we study in the acids? Acids turns blue litmus to red, but here they turns red litmus to blue. Yes, and second property, their acids are sour to taste, but here they are bitter, bitter to taste. Next, here these are soapy or slippery to touch. When you touch, it look okay, slipping, okay, slippery to touch. And bases turns methyl orange indicator to yellow. Okay, but in the acids turns methyl orange indicator into red there, but here it is turning into yellow. And acids have no effect, no change in the phenolphthalein, but bases turns phenolphthalein indicator to pink color. Okay, so these are the properties, physical properties of bases. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Sir,
Yes. Yes.
sir, there are three types of indicators, sir.
Actually, indicators three types are there. One are called natural indicator. Second are called synthetic indicators. Third one are called olfactory indicators. Okay.
But we also have turmeric as an indicator.
Yes.
Turmeric paper, turmeric.
That comes under natural indicator. Turmeric comes under natural indicator.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Right. So note down this one.
Purple cabbage.
This all comes under natural because they are naturally available. No.
Okay, sir.
They all comes under natural indicators. Actually, indicators, so many indicators are there. But when you classify into types, there are three types of indicators are there. One are called natural indicators. Second are called synthetic indicators. Natural means what? Which are available in the nature. Okay. Synthetic indicators means what? Which are man-made, which are prepared in the laboratories. And third one called olfactory. Olfactory means what? The indicators which changes their smell with the acids and bases are called okay, olfactory. That we study in the next classes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this properties you write first.
Sir, we don't, but I have doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, why is potassium hydroxide is used, sir?
Potassium hydroxide is
Why is potassium hydroxide is used?
potassium. Why potassium hydroxide is used in where?
Sir, it should in cars they will make batteries. It should, sir.
Oh, in the batteries, in the sea, in the batteries, so many chemicals are used. Here in the batteries, okay, acids are also used, and in some places bases also used. So different chemicals will be using in the different types of batteries. Batteries also so many types are there. So you can see in our battery cells, that is different, and when you are using in the mobile batteries are different, and like this okay, so many types of batteries are there. So in the different batteries, based on their functions, different chemicals are used. Okay.
Sodium hydroxide?
Sodium hydroxide also.
Okay, sir.
So I have written these properties.
Sir, but sodium hydroxide is used in paste, right, sir?
It is based hydroxide, wherever it comes hydroxide, they are called bases. So I am going to give examples. First you write this one.
To manufacture soaps and detergents, no, sir.
Yes.
Sodium.
Yes.
Magnesium hydroxide?
I said, bases are you when bases or react, okay, fatty acids. There are another type of acids are there which you learn in the higher classes. Fatty acids, okay, they form the soaps and detergents. Okay.
Okay.
That we discuss. Don't worry, we discuss slowly each and everything we discuss. Is this finished?
Yes, sir, finished 1 minute. Yes, sir.
Now first I will give some examples of bases, then we go to the chemical properties of bases. Okay. Now list of some important bases. List of some important bases. Okay. Generally what the bases we use, okay, they are called important bases. Okay. So I am writing the list of important bases. So see here, the first one is a sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide. Okay, magnesium hydroxide. Okay, calcium
Ammonium hydroxide.
hydroxide.
Sir, ammonium hydroxide.
Aluminium hydroxide. Okay, and zinc hydroxide. Copper hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. Okay, so these are example. Now write the formulas also of their formulas. Sodium hydroxide NaOH, potassium hydroxide KOH, magnesium hydroxide MgOH taken twice. This you have to remember. Calcium hydroxide CaOH taken twice. Aluminum hydroxide AlOH taken thrice. Here it is. Zinc hydroxide ZnOH taken twice. And copper hydroxide CuOH taken twice. Ammonium hydroxide NH4OH. Okay, so these are the list of some important bases. Yes.
Sir, but normally the atomicity of hydrogen is 2, right, sir?
Means the atomicity, what you are asking?
The atomicity of hydrogen is
Not hydrogen, that is hydroxide you have to say.
okay, sir. So
But the total hydroxide valency is 1. Hydroxide valency is 1. Atomicity of hydroxide is 2, but valency is 1.
okay, sir.
Chalo write fast. Finished?
Done, sir. Done, sir.
Right now. So now let us discuss about some chemical properties. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Here only a few chemical properties are there, only 3 chemical properties we discuss. Okay, the first one is with the metal. Okay, so when metal plus base, it forms salt and releases hydrogen gas. Okay, so this is the general equation. Now for this we give one example. Let us take zinc. Okay, so zinc plus base we take sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide, then it gives the salt called sodium zincate. Sodium zincate plus hydrogen. Okay, so if you write in the terms of symbols and formulas, zinc symbol is Zn. Yes or no? Sodium hydroxide, just now I gave a formula. Sodium hydroxide is NaOH, but here to balance we write the 2. Then here it forms a zinc, sodium zincate and hydrogen. See, hydrogen is H2, you know that. So write H2. Now remove H2, whatever left you can write. So they are left with Na2 ZnO2. So this is called sodium zincate. So this is a salt and that is a hydrogen. Okay. So bases when react with the metal, metal plus base gives rise to salt and hydrogen gas. Example, metal example zinc we are taking here, base example sodium hydroxide. So when these both react, it forms a salt called sodium zincate and gives a hydrogen, and that chemical equation in terms of symbols and formula we are writing this one. Okay, so note down. Done. Okay. Now second property with the bases, this you know already. Okay, with the acids, already we discussed acids with bases, no? The same you can write here. So here bases when react with acids, it forms salt and water. Salt and water. This already we studied, but we studied ulta when acid react with the bases. Here we are studying like bases react with the acids. So meaning is same. Okay, like base sodium hydroxide NaOH plus acid hydrochloric acid HCl. So here just take out the water H2O. So when you take out the water H2O, now what is left here? NaCl, sodium chloride. Yes, like this. This is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. And this is hydrochloric acid. And this is sodium chloride. And this is water. So this is the second reaction, second chemical property. Chalo. For today's last and final property, okay, that is the third property is bases with non-metallic oxides. Bases with non-metal oxides. Okay, so base when react with non-metal oxide, it forms salt and water. It forms salt and water. Okay, this is general equation, right? Now example let us take. Base we take calcium hydroxide. So see I am writing calcium hydroxide plus non-metal oxide. Non-metal means what? Like carbon, sulfur, nitrogen, all these are non-metal, they are not a metals. So non-metal oxide I will take carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide. Now it forms salt and water. So what salt is formed here is calcium carbonate. What is the salt formed here? Calcium carbonate and water. For this equation we write calcium hydroxide. Just now I gave a formula. What is the formula of calcium hydroxide? In the previous slide I gave Ca. Hydroxide means OH taken twice. This is a calcium hydroxide formula. You have to learn all the formulas. Very, very important. And when it is reacting with the carbon dioxide formula, you know that is CO2. Then it forms calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3 plus water H2O. So this is the chemical equation for this. Okay, so see students, here now we are with this, we completed the acids, bases, properties, physical properties, list of some important acids and bases, chemical properties. In the next class I am going to discuss you, okay, salts. Okay, next class I am going to discuss about the salts. So we take 2 more classes to complete about the salts and their uses. So with that this chapter will be done. And then I'll prepare one like worksheet, like okay, worksheet, and I will discuss the worksheet in the class. Okay, so you have to practice some bits.
Sir,
Yes.
once more, sir. I'm calling.
Yeah, okay.
Sir, once tell to never
Yes.
When he is talking, like some reason is coming, sir.
Acha, acha, okay. So mute your whenever you are not having any doubt, you are not talking or discussing, then you should mute your mics. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Chalo. So with this today we stop our class, and but you have to learn all these things very perfectly, because in the next classes all the formulas we are going to use. Okay, we are going to write the chemical reactions, equations, and by using the formulas. Okay, balancing of equations also you have to do. So for all this you need to learn these formulas. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay then, bye.